everybody, and welcome back to RobMotive. Well, the roof rack is on the Tacoma, the Prinsu roof rack. The wind deflector is on, and so is the light bar across the front. So I thought, why not? Now is a good time to get out on the road and do a little noise test. How does it sound now? If you saw my previous video, then you know there was some noise, some wind noise. And I even had a whistle up at about 60 miles an hour or something like that. So now that it's done, it's on the truck, it's the moment of truth. Right now, and I'll be quiet in just a second, we're cruising at 43 miles an hour. So it's not like we're, going subsonic or something like that, or supersonic. I guess we are going subsonic, technically. But we're at 43 miles an hour behind some traffic. Have a listen. I can hear a little bit of wind. I honestly couldn't tell you if that's wind from the roof rack or if that's just wind from the truck moving through the air, because I really don't notice a big difference at this speed as compared to where it was before. Now, as soon as these people get out of my way, and I think they're turning, I hope they're turning, we're gonna get up a little bit faster. Gonna get up around hopefully about 60 miles an hour, maybe a little bit faster than that. We'll see what it sounds like. Okay, we are cruising at 63, 64, 65 miles an hour. Have a listen. There's definitely wind noise, but honestly, I think it's coming more from the side of the truck than up above, because when I get closer to the window there, I can hear the wind blowing pretty much across the side of the window. So I'm not really noticing anything as far as loud noises go traveling at this speed with the roof rack on. And I will tell you that I don't hear that whistling sound anymore. At this speed before, there was a high-pitched whistle, which makes perfect sense. I mean, without that deflector on the front, the wind was traveling through all kinds of crevices and voids and stuff, so I would expect to have a lot more wind noise than normal, and even that whistle that we had. So let's take another listen. We're at about 65. I don't really hear anything different than when we were at 45 or 43, other than the tires are louder. I suppose I can hear that in the exhaust. And it's kind of interesting to me because I must not be that sensitive to certain sounds, I guess. Because I've had people on the channel comment that they didn't like the roof rack. Some of them even took it off because of the sound. It was too loud, it was driving them nuts. Now, for me, it could be a couple of other things. Number one, I have the more aggressive tires, so I am getting some road noise from those tires gripping the road, right? So that's going to cut down on any other ambient noises that I might hear. I also, and this is even more predominant, of course, you guys can hear it, it's the exhaust. When I'm cruising along or giving a little bit of gas, obviously the exhaust note, the exhaust sound gets louder, and it really dominates anything that I can hear in the cab. Now, if I had the radio going, I would have a combination of some sort of music and a bit of the exhaust note, and that's really it. So I really don't hear anything as far as what the roof rack does. And while I'm talking to you guys, I have to really try to pay attention in the back of my head to what that sounds like as far as any kind of wind noise goes. So if you had a couple of people in here and you were having a conversation or something, I don't think you really would have any issue. Now, of course, it is there. You're going to have it. And I would say that if sound is something that really drives you nuts when you're driving, then it's probably not going to be for you. Neither would more aggressive tires or any other wind type deflectors like what I have on the sides, the window visors. I mean, wind is going around the truck. Certainly some of it is catching in those visors and creating a little bit of noise. That's probably the sound that I'm hearing from the side of the truck. But irregardless, or regardless. Even without those, I have the deflector on the front of the truck. It, of course, is cutting through the wind, and you might even get some more sound through that. I don't know. It doesn't really bother me. And I have to say, I find it kind of a mystery for people that put sound deadening and stuff in. And I know there are others. My buddy Randall has it in his to cut down on road noise. And I guess, you know, if you're traveling a lot on the freeway, and I have done a lot of freeway driving. I mean, back in my brick and mortar days, I was spending an hour on the freeway every day, back and forth to work. So, and trips. I've taken cross-country trips many times. So I know what louder, ongoing road noise sounds like. But I guess, like I said, I'm just not sensitive to it, and I kind of expect it. I mean, when I jump in a vehicle, I expect it to be louder. I expect there to be road noise. So it's not something that really drives me nuts, fortunately for me, because that enables me to have things like roof racks and louder exhausts and more aggressive tires and all the things that I really do want on the truck and really do like. Anyway, leave a comment. I just wanted to get out here, do a follow-up, let you guys hear what it sounds like in the truck now with the roof rack complete. What did you think? Do you notice a lot of sound in the truck beyond anything that's normal? And of course, the exhaust and the tires, I'd be curious to know. Also, real quick, I do have 2 additional channels. RobMotive JT, all about the Jeep Gladiator, talk about noise, and Mod Driven, all about the Mercedes-Benz. Lots of mods and things over there. Check them out, and if you're interested, please consider subscribing. And while you're at it, smash the subscribe button here too. Thanks for watching. Stay quiet out there. Bye.